Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. We're about to have a thrift haul, and everything that you see is available in the Old Curiosity Shop right now. So stay tuned for that, and please watch until the end of the video because I have a special announcement to make at the very end. No fast forwarding. Well, I guess you can if you want to, but only this once.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
And welcome to an overcast Saturday afternoon in Philadelphia, looking outside of my living room window. And boy, they are about to put the rooftop on that building that's as high as it's going to go. We're going to talk about some glass, and I'm going to show you some things that are new in the Old Curiosity Shop for sale right now. Pardon me. Now, I got all choked up there. All of these pieces of glass that you see here just sold over the last couple of days, or just sold yesterday, and I had all of these listed as a buy it now. If you say, drat, I wish I had known, well, you can know. Just make sure you subscribe to the Old Curiosity Shop, not on YouTube, but on eBay. There's a place where you can go in and subscribe to the store, and you can get notifications when anytime anything is listed. I think I also put pictures of these things on my community page, which is on YouTube. Hope that's not too confusing. If you're not sure, shoot me a message in the description box under this video and I'll be sure to explain everything. But I am going to do a video and talk about this glass. I was able to identify every single piece, even though I didn't know before. I know all the makers, and I'm going to talk about it before I get it packed up. But right now we're going to look at what is currently for sale in the Old Curiosity Shop. There I am, and we're going to start with a set of 8. Now these are probably contemporary, although Twisted Helix goes back to, I think they were making this in the 1800s here in the US. And I'll tell you, when I see quality, I'm not afraid to purchase relatively new items. Now, I would guess these were made in the last 20 or 30 years. I don't know. They're contemporary. We've got 8 little cordials, or aperitifs, I guess. Well, I don't really know if that's the proper term or not, but anyway, there's not a chip on anything. And you know how I feel about chips where you put your lips. No, I steer clear. So they're all paper thin, beautiful. And look at the double twist or double helix inside the glass. Is that not beautiful or what? Look, you get hypnotized when I spin it. Ooh, okay. So blown glass. And these are just simply, look at that, look at that, look at that. They're magnificent. I do not know the manufacturer, but they are quality and they are absolutely lovely. Now these have been listed for several days and they probably only have a day or two left in the OCS. So if you're watching this video 3 days from now, they might be gone. My goodness, that is beautiful glass. Just look at that glass. Now, no, there's no uranium, so there's no blacklight business going on here, but oh, they're lovely. Now, this beautiful piece of glass has also been listed for, maybe just about a day or so, and it is marked Crystal on the bottom, K-R-Y-S hyphen T-O-L. It's crystal glass. You might not be able to, you can just barely see it way down in the bottom. You wouldn't even know that it's there. Can you just barely see it? Now this is why I want you to study your clear glass. Look deeply in there. You can't even read it. But knowing this pattern and knowing the quality of this glass, I knew that it was good after I saw it in the thrift shop. Now, Cristal glass was good glass. It was originally made by the Ohio Flint Glass Company, and then later Jefferson Glass in West Virginia. So Cristal was made from 1908 to about 1918, and Benjamin Jacobs is the guy who gets the credit. And I guess he was working for Ohio Flint at that time, back around 1908. But the brilliance of this comes from high furnace temperatures and a certain method of fire polishing that they did. So I don't know, this was probably sold at that time, probably not as a nut or candy dish, but as a sauce dish or something like that for the table to serve. I love it. It looks like a trophy, and boy, wouldn't any type of candy or nuts be delicious out of that piece of glass. Currently for sale. It's lovely. Actually, this is a buy it now. Go get it. Now this is quality glass as well. Scotch and rye. I don't know how old these are, but I want you to take a close look. We've got the word Scotch and the word rye, and you can see they are etched in there and sort of frosted in a way. And you can tell that it's hand done the way the words are cut, etched into the glass. And we have matching stoppers. As you can see, very nice glass. And it appears as though they were, I don't know if these were blown in a mold. Anyway, very heavy quality decanters. The Scotch decanter is crystal clear. The rye decanter, see up in here that little cloudiness? We've talked so many times about sick glass. We're not going to go into that now or any of the remedies. Trust me, we've gone into all the remedies. And you know, sometimes you can remove it and sometimes you can't, and that's it. You longtime glass collectors know what I'm talking about. So that may or may not come out. And but if you're going to fill it up with rye, whatever rye is, I don't know what rye is. Is it made out of corn or rice or something like that? I don't drink Scotch or whiskey, but they're beautiful. They're very heavy. No chips or cracks. And other than that tiny bit of cloudiness in the rye, boy, they're nice. Okay, so there you go. And look, if you want to buy them and put pink lemonade in them, if you're a teetotaler, go for it. I think they're just lovely. Now, who can say no to that precious pup? Just look at that face. He's a dachshund, and we can turn his head any way that we want. I don't think we want to turn it completely backwards, but he is in perfect condition. There's not a bit of crazing chips or cracks. He is wonderful. And he's made in Germany between the wars. You hear me say that all the time, between the wars. And of course, I'm talking about roughly between 1920 to 1940. And I know that's not the exact dates of the beginning and endings of the wars, but we're talking about a period of about 20 years where this would have been made, manufactured in Germany, and it was brought into the U.S. It's an ER Fila piece on the bottom. We've talked about ER Fila several times before. And I have a second one of these because one was gifted to me, which I still have and I love, but this one I just found, and he is being offered right now as a buy it now. You can actually go into the old curiosity shop and purchase him right now if you'd like. So we'll take his head off, bless his heart. He's clean on the inside and the out. And we see here ER Fila, and then we've got the Germany on the bottom with the number, of course. The Germans always have those kinds of numbers on the bottom. And tea or coffee, take your pick. Hot chocolate, it doesn't matter what you serve. I think he's adorable, and even if you just want to use him as a decorative piece, he's wonderful. He's just wonderful. Now I know this one is really going to blow your mind. You're teasing, you're not selling that. Yep, she's up for auction right now in the old curiosity shop. She's wonderful. We saw her before. She's also made in Germany by Müller, M-U-L-L-E-R, with an umlaut over the U, Müller. I hope I did my umlaut correctly. I was always taught that the umlaut sound is like trying to say the letter O and the letter U at the same time. So I'm sure I just offended all of the native German speakers. Anyway, she is fantastic. Warning, we're going to see a little bit of nudity. Nudity here in a moment. Okay, let's just zoom in on her, and she is exquisite. She's made of glass and she's sort of frosted. There's her lovely little heart-shaped hairdo. She's from the late 20s into the early 30s. On the bridge of her nose, she's got a tiny, tiny little flea bite. You can barely, when you zoom in on her. But there she is, looking like Louise Brooks. I agree, a subscriber said when we saw her before. We'll move on down. Lovely female form. She's draped, but she's showing some leg, and that was racy. They could get away with that in Europe, but here in the US, woo! Now we'll turn her all the way around. Somewhat modest on that side. And uh-oh, woohoo! Okay. Okay, anyway, we'll go on down. She's got some shoes on. She's got she's got some shoes on. We're going to turn her this way. And she says registered, and then there's a mark. And then down below would have been the word foreign, which either didn't get stamped on this one or didn't get completely printed in there. And you can see there's an indentation in the bottom. Okay, she sat on two different things. She sat on a flower frog in a bowl. She also sat on top of a lamp base. I'm going to insert a picture of the lamp base right here. Look at that. If I could ever find the lamp base to her, I would be jumping up and down. Yes, a novelty electric lamp. Don't you wish you could find that lamp base? I probably never will. But listen, if you want a hobby for the rest of your life, purchase this gal and see if you can find that lamp base. Other than that little chip on the bridge of her nose, no chips or cracks, and she's just marvelous. There was another form where she had a not so dramatic hairdo, and her drapery is covering all of her private areas, but this is the one that's called the flapper. And boy, I just love the way she looks, even in just regular old sunlight, which we don't have a lot of sunlight coming through today. But she's wonderful. You can display her. You could even maybe fashion some kind of light underneath. Somebody suggested a votive, one of those battery-operated votive candles. It's way too shallow for that. You'd have to build something. You'd have to fashion something, to put her on to light her from the bottom. But she would be stunning all lit up. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to let her go. I might regret it, but as I said, she's a beautiful quality piece, and she's currently for auction in the OCS. And she's the authentic thing. So we're in the late 20s, early to mid 30s, the Art Deco era, German frosted glass. She is magnificent. What on earth? No, Dr. Shrinker didn't get in here and minimalize my living room. Who remembers Dr. Shrinker? You got to be about my age to remember the Shrinkies. And Dr. Shrinker on Saturday morning cartoons. Dr. Shrinker, he's a madman with an evil mind. That really takes me back. No, but if you've ever wanted a 1930s living room, there you go. We've got the club chair, the ottoman, the wonderful sofa, or Davenport, as one of my grandparents called it, or one set of my grandparents called it. And the floor model radio. Now, it's all wooden and it's all authentic 1930s dollhouse furniture. You say, why are you selling that? You need that for your dollhouse. No, yes, I do have a dollhouse I'm working on, but the scale is different. This is too small for the dollhouse that I have. So don't worry. We'll be coming back to that dollhouse again very soon, I keep promising. But this is the original paint. It's not been repainted at all. So, whether it's Strombecker or not, I don't know all that. Sometimes it's marked. I don't see anything on that. Anyway, you get the idea. So we've got the wonderful sofa. Again, all the paint is original. How many of you would shrink yourself down and just for, oh, maybe just for a weekend, go back to 1935 and nestle in that club chair, warm up the old Atwater Kent floor model radio, listen to Ruth Eddings sing 10 cents a dance, and forget about the troubles of the modern day. We can't go back in time, but you can just imagine anyway. Of course, those days, you know what? If I mention that, my grandparents are gone, but if I said that to one of my grandparents, she would get furious because she remembered how tough it was in the Depression, and I know nothing about how tough it was then, but it's kind of a nice idea anyway. Oh well. This is for sale, this old wooden furniture here, and you can go and check it out in the OCS. What do you think? Do any of your parents or grandparents still say Davenport? And just in case you didn't catch my live show, oh, I don't know when it was, maybe last weekend, all of this Art Deco is for sale, and it's not got much time left, maybe only 24 to 48 hours, I can't remember. It's all up for auction in the OCS. Quickly, because we already talked about it. A wonderful chrome serving tray with red Bakelite balls on either side. I love that. It's not missing an insert. That's how it was made. Fantastic glass candlesticks. Love them. Didn't figure out the maker. Look at this console bowl in chrome with candle holders. This one is rare. Well, I shouldn't say rare. I should say hard to find. I haven't seen any like it, and I don't know that you'll find another one. Console bowl and 2 candlestick holders. We've got a teapot back here with red Bakelite or lucite with a cream and sugar there, and a fantastic collapsible Chase serving tidbit tray thing, whatever. It folds all up to about an inch thick. I won't fold it up now, it's articulated. It's machine turned and everything. And if you want to learn more and see more, if you go back and watch, 5 or 6 videos ago, it was a live that I did, and you'll see me talk about all of this. This only has, as I said, maybe a day left to go. The glamorous, well, for people that had money, 1930s chrome. Don't you love it? I do. Okay, if you fast forwarded to the end, I will forgive you, but you can only do it this one time. Don't you ever do it again. I'm joking. What is my announcement? Well, my announcement is I'm headed to the Jersey Shore for a couple of days again. And this time, instead of the South Jersey Shore, I'm headed to the North Jersey Shore. Now, why is that so special? Because I'm taking you with me, and we are going to see some sights. Let me tell you some of the things we're going to do. I'm going to take you antiquing up there at some shore points up in North Jersey. I'm also going to take you to a wonderful historic spot in Asbury Park. Now, I'm actually going to be visiting a friend of mine and staying in Asbury Park, which is just north of Ocean Grove. Talk about Ocean Grove in a minute. But take a look at this photograph. We are going to go to the exact spot. Take a look at that. I've been there before. Yes, this building is still standing. And this is the site of a horrible disaster This is called the Titanic of New Jersey. If you've never heard about it, wait until we get up there. We're going to talk about this photograph. And once I come back from the shore, we're going to do a deep dive into what is this all about? How did it happen? What's the mystery? You're going to love it if you love history. I'll let you have one more peek. This was taken in the 1930s, and that's all I'm going to tell you. So we're going to that spot, and also, even better than that, I am taking you to the Ocean Grove Choir Festival. Now, what is that? Well, they've had it for, 50, 60 years. I forget how many seasons. In Ocean Grove, there is a massive wooden auditorium. It was built sometime in the 1880s or 90s, I don't remember. But Ocean Grove is another one of those good old Methodist campgrounds. And just like Ocean City, New Jersey started, we Methodists love to go pitch a tent somewhere and sing. So Ocean Grove is an old Methodist town, and there's this massive wooden auditorium. It looks exactly like it did in 1890. And they have had this fantastic choir festival there. I have sung in it several times. The first time I was about, maybe 18 or 19 years old. And I don't know how many people will be there this year because it's the first time they've had it since the pandemic, and a lot of folks probably won't be able to attend. Normally, in years past, there are about 200 tenors, 200 basses, 300 altos, and about 6,000 sopranos. Just kidding, but it always seems like there's a plethora of sopranos. Anyway, the choir is made up of just local folk and not so local. They get the sheet music in advance, they practice it, they drive up there, and they have a rehearsals, and then they sing. So sometimes the choir is about 400 people. It can be as much as 600 people. I don't know what it'll be this year. And you're going to hear one of the great pipe organs of the world, and it is right there. We are so fortunate in this area, New Jersey and Pennsylvania, to have some of the largest, grandest, most spectacular pipe organs. And you're going to hear the Ocean Grove pipe organ played as the choir sings, and it is fantastic. I want you to tune in. Most of the music is liturgical, which would be Christian music, of course, but there's classical music as well. And no matter what religion you are or religion you aren't, it's a beautiful setting. The music is wonderful. The pipe organ is fantastic. I'm not singing in it this year. I'll be sitting in the audience, wishing that I were singing, but I'll be singing in it again some other time. We're going to go see that, and we're going to explore Bradley Beach, the wonderful old cottages in Ocean Grove. It will remind you of Oak Bluffs on Martha's Vineyard. And we'll also go to Asbury Park, which is a wonderful place to go as well. It's been on the rebound for several years, and I just hope that you'll tune in as I film, and I'm going and you're going too. Okay, that's it. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget the sunscreen if you're going outside this weekend, and I'll see you again soon. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. Wait for the cat, please, and so long for now.